Stamp duty. It's the upfront tax that stays whack on top of the cost of any property purchase. And it sucks.
It's a huge impost if you want to buy a house. You know, you're faced with multiple thousands of dollars, up to $100,000 or even more, on top of your inflated purchase price.
It costs a lot to collect the tax. It stops people moving to where they might be more inclined to move to get a better job, so it hampers productivity.
Stamp duty is a inherently terrible tax.
Perrottet's proposed fix give buyers the option of paying an annual land tax instead of massive one-off stamp duty. Once a property gets shifted to that new tax arrangement, that's it for the life of that property. No take-backsies. And to keep the coffers creamy, the scheme will exclude the top 20% of properties by value. The despicable stamp was meant to be phased out 22 years ago when John Howard introduced the GST. So what took so long?
All these reforms, which everyone knows are the right thing to do, sit in the too hard basket. And they sit in the too hard basket because there's not the political will to do it.
In the meantime, states got hooked on that sweet, sweet revenue, which has only gotten sweeter as house prices spiral skywards.
Last year it was close to $10 billion. That's around a quarter of all government revenue.
The reality is, state governments can't do away with stamp duty without the support from the federal government.
Federal Treasurer Jim Chalmers has indicated he's open to providing said support, which might encourage other states to follow New South Wales and the ACT's lead. While we won't know what the new land tax rate will be till next week's New South Wales budget, most economists agree stamp duty has to go.
The first thing is it makes it easier because it's less expensive, particularly for first home buyers, but for all people to get into the market.
It also is one of the main barriers for a lot of people downsizing and putting more properties into the market. So yeah, I'm a fan of it.
It's easier to get in and to get out, and that means we get all sorts of economic dividends and social dividends as well.
So is it time to embrace a stamp-free future?
We all make mistakes when stamping, and that's okay.
The thing that worries me about this is the land tax is going to be based on the value of your property. And then when you put that in the hands of politicians, I mean, the valuers can come around in a year's time and jack the price of your property up, and so your land tax goes up.
Sounds very suspicious and mistrustful.
When Dominic Perrottet says it's going to be a great thing, that's when I start to get worried.
I just wonder why it costs tens of thousands of dollars for someone to go like that.
Because they can.
We're all in the wrong job.
Because they can.